Ready? Yes, let's head out. I recently heard Archon Elric talk of your feats, Executor. I look forward to working with you.
The Grand Sea Tunnel lies ahead of us. It's a freight route developed to facilitate the transportation of material. This place has been abandoned for many years since the city's construction was completed and many long-distance space rifts were installed.
Stay alert and play it by ear.
After entering the tunnel, we'll lose communication with you. Lynn.
Understood. We'll report to Fiona on the Hive Mother and Disguisers as soon as we arrive at Inners.
Well, that's about everything you need to know before you take action.
If you're ready, then let's go.
Please lead the way, Mr. Icarus.
Seems like the tunnel has changed somewhat since the last time I came through here.
Don't rule out that there may be gray space entity activity in the area. Be on your guard.
Yes, I can vaguely sense some gray space entity signals. We should proceed with caution. A number of gray space entities are coming toward us.
Let's get through here as quick as possible. We shouldn't fight while we fly.
I'll lay down cover fire.
Follow the tunnel to get to the Grand Sea where Inars is located. Huh? I was careless. I didn't think so many gray space entities would be hiding in the tunnels.
We need to inform Fiona of the situation as soon as possible.
Yes, the exit is up ahead. Everyone, we've arrived at the Grand Sea. However, there's still a ways to go to Inars. We can't slow down now.
Wait, there are strong gray space entity signals nearby. That way!
It's Outpost 7.
Let's go help.
There may be gray space entities here as well. Be careful.
Don't get caught up with them for too long.
Let's go assist the outpost first.
The squad leader's back! Captain, why did it take you so long to return? You've returned 5 hours and 43 minutes later than you promised. Why are you so late? Did you fight some powerful opponents on the way back? You have to bring me with you next time.
Maybe next time.
You must be in some trouble, right? You're not the kind to arrive late. Miss Lin, it's been a while. And these two are...
Allow me to introduce the Executor and Shirley, both from Asperia. Shiro, Eni, and Melania are members of the Mook Squad.
Look, it's a human who looks very powerful. Miss Lin's also here. Forget it. I can't beat this one.
Speaking of which, how did everyone end up here?
Yes, Archon, Fiona. Well, we detected potential danger, so we were sent.
I see. We'll explain the situation in detail after we return to the outpost.
Oh,
Eni? What's wrong?
Reporting, squad leader. The Executor appears to be very powerful. I would like to have a spar with the Executor. No! Actually, I would like to spar— What? How is that possible? The space rift leading to Meroria is broken! Even the communication device is broken.
The situation has gotten tricky. So that means reinforcements from Meroria won't be able to arrive in time if the situation suddenly deteriorates.
Don't worry. With the help of Miss Lin, the Executor, and Miss
That's fine. I can get a—
Those detectors, right?
Uh-huh. The information received from the device lately has been a little unusual. Those bookworms aren't taking the ocean's message seriously. Just wait and see.
Eni should focus on the situation at the outpost with Melania. Melania, what's the situation like at the outpost these last few days?
Gray space entities are attacking at a much lower...
It's a lot lower.
But according to the survey, the scope of their activity is showing...
That's not a good sign. The gray space entities seem more intelligent and organized than we realized. I'll let Miss Fiona know about this situation. Miss Lin, the Executor, Miss Shirley, and I will go to Inars first to provide support. Shiro will investigate the abnormal detectors. Well, let's keep in touch if anything unusual happens.
I understand.
Are these arrangements okay? Miss Lin, Executor, Miss Shirley?
No problem.
We need to make the necessary preparations before heading to Inars. You might feel a little uncomfortable since this is your first time using this.
Okay, let's go. We'll try and see.
Are you getting used to moving underwater?
I'm trying my best.
I've detected signals of gray space entity activity.
Executor, Miss Shirley, underwater combat is quite different from the type of combat you're used to, so they're here. Are you doing alright?
I feel okay.
The Executor adapts really quickly.
Is it very difficult?
She always likes to show off and wants to fight to the end. After that, we asked the researchers at Inars to make some adjustments and upgrades her. But maybe she's better than me at dealing with underwater enemies now.
Gray space entities around here seem to have become much more active than the last time I came here.
Yes, the population of gray space entities looks to be expanding, but we alone are not enough to resist the growing threat. I informed Archon Alec about Vera's current situation. Asperia will send more executors to support them in the future. We must stop them before they create an even bigger crisis.
Let's get moving. We need to fix the communications with Meroria so that we can report on the...
We're about to enter even deeper waters. If you feel uncomfortable, please let me know right away.
I seem to be feeling normal.
That's good.
Warning. An unknown individual has entered Inners.
Requesting identification.
Identity verification successful. Welcome back to Inners, Miss Lin.
Inners is just up ahead. Compared with the small settlement built during the early stages of construction, the modern Inners has already fully taken shape and is continuing to develop. The surface environment on Vera isn't conducive to urban construction and development, and Meroria can only hold so many people. Inners has more development potential than Meroria, and resources are more abundant deep in the ocean. Perhaps Inners will be the better place to live in the future.
Building an underwater city. It's hard to imagine.
A lot of people thought the Second City project was a pipe dream at first. However, this impossible plan became a reality once a waterproof force field was developed and implemented.
Madam Lin, I'm Lieutenant Roy, and I'm here to welcome everyone.
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Never mind. Please...
This is Inners. The residential area is spread out along the edges. Even though it can't hold as many people as Meroria, at least it doesn't feel as colorless.
The management and development of an underwater city certainly can't be easy.
Inners can't match Meroria in scale, but the burden on the Archon is no less than that of Meroria. The position went to Archon Fiona once Archon Larson became Archon of Meroria. Don't worry, she's easy to get along with.
Madam Fiona, this is a patrol report compiled by Mr. Lucius. Please take a look at it. The inspection route of patrol droids has been adjusted this week.
How considerate. Why is he still dealing with the routine tasks of the security force?
Resting at home could do nothing but make me more sick.
He's so stubborn. You and Roy could help support him, but...
Okay, I'll make proper arrangements. I'll take my leave then.
It's been a while, Lynn. Do you have good news for me?
I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. The loss of contact was caused by the Gray Space Entity attack on Outpost 10. Archon Larson is already working on it. He sent us here to take a look, as he would...
Things aren't going well. Gray Space Entities have The Gray Space Entities in the tunnel have been temporarily suppressed. As for the other things, I still...
Until the communication device and space rift are fixed, we'll be temporary. This is the Executor and Shirley from Asperia.
Meroria is a long way from Inners.
I don't need to rest.
How have you been? It's always about work with you. You should come see me more in your free time, too.
Later. I'll stop by if I have time.
Then it's settled? Remember to bring Ruby with you. I want to give my birthday present to her myself, even though it will be a little late. There's a lot we have to do to ensure that the children have a carefree childhood.
Right.
Is there something you wanted to say?
Shirley, please put up a temporary barrier to block communications. Rubilia has awakened.
Rubilia?
It's hard to explain briefly. She told us that a type of gray space entity called the Hive, perhaps the gray space entities that are active in it.
Is the Hive Mother the chief of the gray space entities?
We don't have more accurate information on this for the time being. Fiona, maybe you've also noticed it was no accident that...
Avoiding the well-defended Meroria and Inners, the gray space entities intentionally attacked our weak spot.
Perhaps this situation is what the Hive Mother wants. After all, Inners would become an isolated island after its requests for other than the Hive Mother. When we investigated Outpost 10, disguisers have the ability to parasitize humans, and it's difficult for us to identify hosts with our current technology.
That means everyone in Inners could be the eyes and ears of the...
I'll keep my guard up against all personnel of Inners.
I understand. According to the feedback from the Mook Squad, their operations have become more purposeful, and they seem to...
Are those creatures misleading us to disguise their true...
I arranged for the Mook Squad to go to the tunnel as reinforcements this time because...
Madam Fiona, Madam Lynn, I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation. Ms. Shiro sent a reply a few minutes ago, saying that her hydrological but the communication between Inners and Ms. Shiro was soon interrupted.
Leave this to me.
Please go to Shiro and provide support. Wanling, urge Glenn to decipher this abnormal information. It may help us improve the security level of the nearby waters and remind the residents not to approach dangerous areas.
Understood.
We're getting close now. Be on your guard.
There's an abnormally strong spatial fluctuation ahead.
This is...
Destruction. I was careless. Decimation. Demolition. Defenses inadequate. Annihilation.
The darkness here is just like what was discovered before.
You are...
Hi, everyone. We're messengers from Domain 9.
Domain 9? What's that?
Ms. Shiro. Maybe you know something?
Oh, then you are...
Where are we?
Vera is under the jurisdiction of Hykros' District 7.
We're from an area where time and space are sealed off. The outside world can't verify our existence due to the time-space barrier. We followed the abyss current opened by the darkness here and met your group. But it looks like...
The darkness? Are you
Gray space... Those guys are a lot of trouble for us, too.
Why are the gray space entities going to the closed-off Domain 9? I'm Lynn.
Miss Lynn, we've come to convey important information about this.
Please, wait. Executor, Miss Shirley, please follow me.
Miss Lynn, are you worried?
Our understanding of Domain 9 is limited to Ms. Land's brief introduction just now. But it seems like they have a lot of information that we don't know. We'll return to Inners first. During this time, I hope you can also investigate the waters around Inners. The number of gray space entities we just witnessed far exceeds my expectations.
Maybe gray space entities are constantly entering Inners from an...
That's entirely possible.
Leave this to Shirley and me.
Yeah.
Let's go now so we don't waste any time.
Although the abyss current has calmed down, the dark...
Mr. Icarus, Please help Mr. Conroe deal with the trouble here.
Understood.
Domain 9. Shirley, have you heard of that?
I haven't. The heirs of Ida don't have any records of it either.
It seems like gray space entities have wreaked havoc on their homeland too.
Like Vera, we have a common goal then.
Yes. Hopefully we can resolve this smoothly.
Strange. I can't detect what's going on.
Is it possible that the signals in this... I think Miss Lin mentioned that the Marsoid ore at the bottom...
Then those patrol droids were definitely responsible for
Let's go and take a look inside these caves.
This is a lair built by Hatchers.
What a headache. Inner seems to be in...
Maybe it's the same in other caves.
This group of gray space entities is hiding in a blind spot where their signals can't be detected. Not only that, the patrol droids nearby, or they may have, but the warnings were cut off.
You mean that there are disguisers and Inners participants?
We need more clues before we can reach a conclusion.
Yes. We'd better do some research first. What should we do with these gray space eggs? Destroy them now?
It's unclear exactly how many gray space entities are hidden here right now. It's best not to do anything rash.
Then let's go back to Inners for now.
Miss Wanling, we found traces of gray space.
The nearby waters? Perhaps you've discovered a blind spot in our daily...
The lair of the gray space entities is inside.
Isn't that under the patrol droid's supervision?
Because of this, we want to confirm the specific...
I'll check the relevant records.
Don't leak this confidential information to unrelated persons.
Madam Fiona told me I'll tell you everything you want.
Since this is Madam Fiona's order.
Mr. Lucius, a captain of the security force, is in charge of...
In addition to performing routine inspections of the waters around Inners, Lucius adjusts the patrol droid's inspection route every week, according to the Mook Squad's...
However, he's been on sick leave for the past 2 weeks, so Madam Fiona, we've lost contact with Mook Squad.
Where did things go wrong?
I understand.
How do gray space entities avoid the patrols of droids and the Mook Squad?
We'll go ask Icarus and the others.
Mr. Icarus, we want to learn more about the Mooks.
Yes. And we can Our patrol plan usually focuses on searching the areas where gray space entities are active based on their signals. The activity of gray space entities is usually illogical. We can only... Shiro will focus on areas where she hasn't set up any detectors. But...
It's like this. I wasn't able to catch many. I keep coming away empty.
Are the gray space entities avoiding any?
When I was patrolling...
It's like they were trying to lure me away on purpose. They better hope Melania proposed that we should launch separate attacks, so we gave it a try.
Well, when I patrolled alone,
Come on. Am I really the one that's scared of...
Yeah. We heard Archon Fiona say something about how gray space...
Is there something special about Annie that the gray space entities have noticed? Annie, do you remember who performed the mod...
I think that's a technician from the security force.
You mean when...
So what?
Annie seemed to have gained many new capabilities after that upgrade, allowing her to receive gray space entity signals more accurately.
Does it have positioning features?
That's possible. But Miss Nara didn't mention this when she We'll need to ask her about the specific details.
Yes. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Oh. Director Glenn just left, and now we have 2 fresh faces. Let me...
Work has been...
I see. This technical work is tough.
Director Glenn? Shouldn't it be Mr. Lucius?
That talented tech department head came here to oversee the work. Now he has a bunch of new ideas for our information receiving system. What's the matter? I don't have much...
I heard you were responsible for tuning and up...
Mook Squad? Oh, I was the one who handled that.
Sorry for interrupting you. You all...
Was there such a thing? Maybe my clearance level is... What? Is there something wrong with this function now?
No. Everything is fine.
So long as there's no problems.
Can we check the location information of the Mook?
I'm afraid that won't work. You see, I don't know anything about it.
Can you tell me about the improvements made to the patrol droids in more detail?
I can't disclose the specific technical details.
Archon Fiona is planning on testing the performances of a random batch of patrol.
Huh? Is this an urgent request from Archon Fiona? That should be all for now, right? I'll get busy then.
We found many clues, but we don't seem to have enough to identify a specific candidate.
Let's share what we have with Archon Fiona first.
Executor, Shirley, you're here. Seems that you've also brought lots of important—
Archon Fiona, we found a Hatcher.
Hatcher? Is it a type of gray space entity that has catalytic abilities?
I remember that place as a blind spot in the detection of gray space entity signals.
But based on the current situation,
Could someone have hidden the warning messages?
in addition, we've also found other unusual The Mook Squad told us that some gray space entities seem to be deliberate. They would lure the Mook Squad to a suspicious location and leave before they arrived.
This undoubtedly reduces the search efficiency by a lot. But
Yes, we suspect that this may be related to—
Huh? This is a very serious accusation.
Archon Fiona! I've got something extremely important. The behavioral logic of the patrol droids you commanded was modified.
I understand. Recall all the patrol droids now and correct all the errors in their—
Yes, Lieutenant Roy is already working.
It's time for everyone to discuss this together.
Looks like you already have an answer.
Glenn, has there been any progress in the analysis of the—
Archon Fiona, you don't need to worry about that. It's just something caused by the normal activities of marine creatures.
Oh? The abnormal signals have nothing to do with the gray space entity's activity?
Their activities just happen to coincide.
Or did you mistake the activity of gray space entities for the After all, I just learned that the behavioral logic of the patrol droids has been maliciously tampered with, leading them to identify gray space entities as marine creatures.
What? I didn't know anything about this. When did it? It must be a hacker. Maybe someone with ulterior motives. That's right. Maybe
The situation is so tense that any loophole— Lynn told me earlier that they found a type of gray space entity called— The host will become the puppet of the gray space entities.
Puppet. I got it. I figured it out. You've intentionally overwritten the patrol droid's judgment on gray space entities by tampering with their behavioral logic. During the 2 weeks when you were sick, your evil plan could still be carried out covertly, even if— No. You actually are pretending to be sick. If anyone—
Roy. Roy, you're being reckless. We've been blinded by the facade.
It was my mistake.
What is Glenn's condition?
He should wake up soon, but he's still—
Okay. Wanling, please take care of him. The previous reports of the patrol droids are completely meaningless now.
Okay. Leave this.
It's a Hatcher. Be careful, everyone! Are the gray space entities heading for the Abyss Current?
It's very likely. It's still worrying, even though we already have people stationed there to keep guard. After we take care of these gray space entities, we should head back to the Abyss Current to bolster their defenses.
Gray space entities are heading for deeper ocean.
No. Are there more than one Abyss Current? We have to hurry back to Inners.
Gray space entities are gathering at the bottom of the sea. It may be difficult for our current forces to fight against such a huge number of gray space.
That's why we're here.
If we can defeat those things, we will alleviate the crisis faced by Domain 9. They can't be allowed to make waves on the seafloor.
We can help you stop them.
Lucius, adjust Inner's defense plan. Concentrate. Roy, you'll take over Glenn's duties for the time being. We need to quickly restore communications with Meroria. Wan Ling now has the highest authority in Inners for now.
Madam Fiona!
Let's go, Lin.
The gray space entities dispersed, although I really want to wipe them out.
Can Shirley detect the gray space if it's possible to detect the existence of abyssins?
It's possible. Found it. Why does it seem like there are two different signals?
It should be very difficult for reinforcements to reach even deeper. These gray space entities have left us with no way out. No matter how difficult the battles are, no matter what lies ahead, we must fight. I'm honored to fight side by side with you.
Basically, the inspection route is in line with Mr. Lucius's arrangement, so there shouldn't be any mistakes.
Try and re-establish communications, and protect Inners.
Understood, Madam Fiona. It looks like the abyss current is in here. Everyone, be careful! It noticed us!
Let's finish it off swiftly before it... Don't let it delay us. Finding the abyss current is our priority. How is everyone?
I never would have imagined the existence. Interesting.
Miss Shirley, please. Yes. Come on, let's go. Ling, have communications been restored with Miroria?
Sorry, Madam Fiona. Not yet.
It's the same as the abyss current.
It seems that this abyss current has a... Is it possible that this is the main... Distract us with a smaller abyss current, giving them... What a devious...
We'll soon wipe that... Is it trying to enter the abyss current? We can't let it succeed. Annihilation. Everyone, the communications between Miroria... Archon Larson is now aware of the crisis spirit. Our defenses aren't capable of dealing with the... Yes. Archon Larson also informed our other executors from District 9 will also travel to... I've arranged for them to set the space rift. This way, we'll be able to deploy reinforcements immediately. I understand. However, our contact with Icarus and the others still hasn't been restored.
I'll go over to Conroe and Icarus to see what they're up to.
Thanks, Miss Lon. We'll guard this place until the space rift beacon is set.
Archon Fiona, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
A large number of gray space entities are blocking our reinforcements. We'll take care of them and head to your location as fast as possible. Annihilation. Please hold out until done. Establishing anchor point. Of course. We'll handle it. The gray space entities are gathering here. The residential area of Inners is entering oxygen-only status. All of the city's power is being diverted to the space rift channel. The spatial rifts are opening. The Efficient has summoned a large number of gray space entities. Parameters corrected. Space Rift destination connected. gray space entity's facial rift is closing. Hang in there, everyone.
Space-time here is unstable. The timestamp can't close the abyss current.
Of course it couldn't be that easy.
At least we've already taken care of most of the darkness. The pressure from both sides should be substantially less.
Looks like the two of you have run into some trouble.
We're trying to close this abyss current, but with this present situation...
Close the abyss current?
Yes. It's called a timestamp. It can pacify abyss currents opened by...
We'll discuss matters related to the seafloor abyss currents with Archon Larson later. And this intel we've gathered will be helpful to Dr. Clive's research on gray space entities. Perhaps, in the future, we'll need more time before we'll be able to completely... I'll post a tight guard over this abyss current. Regarding other plans, of course.
This wasn't part of the plan. I'll be sure to report on your selfishness to the Sage.
Hey, why you... Everything has to be done exactly according to plan. Not to mention, shouldn't you be excited to see so many old friends?
Old friends?
Huh. You two again.
I trust you've been well, Nemesis?
Why are you here?
Oh, you weren't the gray space entities have done damage to more than just the Vera region. We always keep close tabs on any changes that could harm this planet. The heirs of Ida won't just sit on our hands while the gray space entities invade.
I never thought there would be anything the great executors of Hykros can't handle. Or is it that you need?
Aegis, we have a common goal now. But that doesn't necessarily mean the heirs of Ida and Hykros are on the same side now.
All right. I've heard the same thing from you before. You're always so patient with those two.
Only because you speak so much hot air around them. Our cooperation ends here.
Time to go.
So eager to part ways. I didn't see anything too special from your end during that battle. How about the young lady and I have a duel?
What a coincidence! I was thinking the same thing!
That won't work.
Samir, why do I always have to remind you to watch yourself?
I know.
We'll take you up next time, Samir. Even though we didn't stay here long, thank you for your hospitality.
Please?
Until next time, Nemesis. However, maybe next time it won't be a crisis.
Then, thank you.
The Sage is playing the long game. I look
Long-distance space rifts are operational again. We'll head back to Meroria and report to Archon Larson on recent developments.
What will Inners do for the time being?
Reinforcements for our executors are already on their way to our outposts. I believe that Inner's safety has been secured. We'll discuss our plans once Archon Larson is debriefed on the situation here.
Uh-huh. And Ruby, too. We lost contact with her for so long.
Indeed. It has been a while since I told her a bedtime story. I'll tell her about this place.